Hey, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be putting the ring gear on, and I already took some blue Loctite and put on all the bolts. I used the Loctite gel, so we got all the bolts ready to go. And what we did is we had this setting in the air-conditioned house. You could also put this in the freezer. I've done that, where you just wrap it in a Walmart bag, leave it in the freezer overnight, and of course that'll shrink this. And we took the ring gear, we set it out in the sun, and it's been out there for a few hours. I'm going to go grab it. The reason is, whenever the ring gear sits down on here, it's a very tight fit around here, and I've had them where you've had to actually tap them on, like with the urethane mallet and everything, and they'll go down. But we're trying this. We're going to try and use a little bit of science to help us get that down on there. There's absolutely no play in this at all. Whenever it goes down on, it's a nice wedge fit right here. The factory puts a little tiny chamfer on there to get you started, and then of course it has to slide down on. So this is cool to the touch, and the ring gear is sitting out here in the sun, and let's go grab that. And it is hot enough where I pretty much have to hold it by the teeth. It's pretty hot. So we're just going to line the holes up, and that just drops on there perfectly. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. It just dropped right on. So science is working for us today, and we're going to get the bolt started here. Whenever we tighten these up, we're going to tighten them up in a crisscross pattern, similar to what you would with a like one of the wheels in your car. These in. The torque specs on this, the final torque specs is about 55 foot-pounds, and there's no real information available on the actual torque, what these are supposed to be torqued to. I couldn't find anything, even with the internet. Couldn't find anything. And so we're going to go with 55, because after looking at a lot of the GM ring and pinions, the 7.5 inch, even some of the 8.5 inch ring and pinions, the ring gears were bolted down at between 55 and 65 foot-pounds. So this being what it is, we're going to go to 55. And excuse the noise in the background. My neighbor's mowing. We don't want to torque it down all the way just yet. Just going to let that rat-a-tat-tat. Like that. Okay. Now I already have the torque wrench set to 35 foot-pounds. So we're going to do this in 3 steps. We got clamped in the vise here. Just going to go around, and the first step will be 35, and there we go. Probably could have tightened it a little bit tighter, but I didn't want to end up really cranking on it. So we're going to do this. We're going to go to place a little tighter, 35, and then we're going to go to 45, and then finally 55. Yeah, that one was pretty close. See? Pretty close on the torque on that one. Now you may wonder why whenever I'm tightening up, I'm starting here, going straight across, and then moving over, and coming straight across, moving over, instead of kind of here, 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 and kind of doing it like that. And the reason is, with all these bolts, let me get this set at 45 here. And with all these bolts, it's sometimes, especially since I'm filming and I'm trying to talk to you and everything, you can get kind of lost as to which bolt you did last. So if we do this one, go straight across to this one, and then come over here, then come straight across, and I know I'm going counterclockwise here with this. That's all I have to remember, is I just got to go counterclockwise. There, and there. then we're going to go to 55. 55. That's it. We didn't get much out of that at 45, but let's see how 55 goes. Just a little bit more. 2, go counterclockwise. 3, 4, counterclockwise. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're just going to go around once. I like to do this just to double check it, because we are human. If we make an error, we'll find it now. And that's how that's done. So next time, get this down to 0. I always like to store my my torque wrench. I always zero the wrong way. Always try to turn it down to 0, because there's a spring in here, and of course, you know, the springs with age, they change. So once in a while you should get them recalibrated, or you can calibrate them yourself. There's a couple tricks to that. But you always want to try and take as much tension off that spring as you can. So there it is. There's our center section, and where we're clamping is right here. We want to stay off of this. This is the reluctor wheel for the speed sensor, and I'm not even sure if we really need that because we don't have a speedometer. But there might be an input into the computer in relationship to speed, whether this is turning or not. So we're just going to leave it on there. It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't really weigh very much or anything like that. I really don't think there's any performance benefit to removing that. But if we did need it and we didn't have it on there, it's a lot of time to tear this thing out and tear it apart, and just to put that back on. So if you like what you've seen here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. Next time you see this, we're going to be putting the transmission together. We're going to put this in, and also the gear clusters. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you step back or tune back in for the next episode. Thanks, guys. See you next time.